Okay, so Hewitt drinks his coffee, slams it down on the table. All right, Hewitt here. What do you want to know?
Well, we were just over at Rose Construction.
Oh, shite. Kind of like...
Right.
That old dwarf tell you all about me. Probably didn't have the best words, right?
Maybe we beautiful, gorgeous. Maybe we start that over. We heard you were part of the construction crew at the Glaas House, is that right?
Right. Yeah, he probably told you about the whole story, correct?
He said something strange happened. And
he told us the story, but we'd like to hear your version. How did you experience it?
Oh boy. Okay. You just see somebody just like put a whiskey bottle in front of him. Right then. I was the caretaker of the construction site. Every construction site has one, at least for Rose Construction. I was there overnight, minding my own business, playing solitaire in the lighthouse, looking over the construction site. All of a sudden, I hear voices. I don't know what they were. This seemed to be, I couldn't really exactly tell what they were saying. Just voices, just whisper here, whisper there, and I look around, and nobody was there, and eventually I pinpointed the voices were coming from the rock formation underneath the house, where the house was being built. Just voices and voices and voices, and it was terrifying. Like, you knew the stories of Eilean Moore with the three people who disappeared. I didn't want to be next. I ran on the island. I tried to get away from them. The only place I could find that was safe was that little tiny doghouse that they call it, the chapel, to St. Flannan. It seemed to be the only place I crawled in there because it's so the door is halfway buried, and crawled in there and stayed the night there, and it was the only place I could find peace. There were no voices there. Come morning, Glenn found me, fired me on the spot, said I did a terrible job. The place is cursed. Fuck that place. Sorry, can I swear on the show?
We'll fix it in post.
Right. What did the voices sound like?
Just occasional whispers, occasional screams. Nothing seemed to sound right. Nothing I could understand.
Did it sound like one person? Did it sound like more different people?
Maybe a crowd. Maybe I don't know.
Lots of people.
Hand of God created this fine world. There are places like that damned rock that were not touched by his hand, but by those of another. Whatever it is that calls home to that place.
Right.
Within that damn rock, waiting to be let out, doesn't.
Yep. Right. Yes. Right. Correct. Yes.
If you're planning on going there, he looks into the camera for this one. May God protect you, but he means it. Like you tell that he's not hamming this up. He's literally trying to tell the camera so that it is recorded that he has warned you. Like he feels very sincere about that.
Yes. Right. Thank you. And Everett's gonna stand up and scoot out of the booth and say, "I just need to go outside for a moment." I'm just gonna go step outside.
Everett, you feel something.
All right. I'll go outside and I'll do my thing.
All
outside.
Right. Everybody take off your headphones except for Everett. So Everett, this is a common occurrence for you. It is not terrifying for you, but it's about to be terrifying for Maria.
Fantastic! I'm so excited. I'm very, very excited.
So you felt almost like if anybody was actually looking, your shirt did move. Like somebody pulled your shirt. Mm-hmm. You step outside. Do you smoke?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So you're just getting a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, just really getting out of that conversation. This is just like, no.
You notice that the wind kind of stops as it usually does when you kind of tend to have moments like this. And there's something tugging your hand, but whatever it is lower than you. It's not head height with you. It's like something is reaching up to tug at you. You don't necessarily need to look at it because you're used to it. But what is sitting next to you is the mangled corpse of your wife, which is a familiar sight to you. But she has been smashed. There's parts of her missing. Only her arm is basically the only thing intact. Her head is like kind of pulled in a weird way. Her mouth is like twisted and going back like this. And she does not speak in human, I guess you can say. All she does is scream and cry and moan and other horrifying noises, like like horrified screaming. But you understand what she says. To you, it sounds like perfect English. It makes sense in your mind what you're hearing. And she says, "You should listen to the boy," essentially, but it doesn't sound like that to anybody watching this. It just sounds like
Right. I think there's something real to this. There has to be. Obviously. I just don't need someone assuming, that there's some higher power who's going to protect us, because obviously that's not true.
And then you understand that as the others at the bar agree with me.
There's more here. There's more? There's others?
For you do hear like almost a constant white noise of other spirits talking.
I just didn't. I ignore it most of the time.
Yeah, it's basically it'd be scarier if you
noise.
didn't hear it at this point.
Correct.
But she there were maybe two other spirits in the bar, and she thinks that they know Hewitt really well because he comes there so often, and they've observed him. And she says, "He is on to something."
Right, but if he goes blabbing on about God and saving, I'll try to be patient. I'll try. But don't ask too much of me.
And she just says, "I love you." And the wind picks up again and she's gone.
I love you too. And I'll take a big breath and just kind of like, I'll just like pat my face and then I'll go back inside. I come back inside after like, I don't know, a minute and a half, 2 minutes maybe.
I get a tracking shot of Everett coming back in to see their expression.
It's
You're fine.
Yeah, it's not anything like, it's a little bit like kind of focused game face. But then he looks up and he sees like the camera on him and he's just, what are you gonna use this for?
Because people love watching you for some reason.
He'll just walk past and like go back towards the seat and just say, sorry, just had a moment.
No problem. He's kind of drunk. He's like, is there anything else you'd like to know?
Was that the first time, when about was that you had the whispers and strangeness? Did that happen every night? Was it the first night?
I was only there one night.
Was the first night.
I was fired right after that.
Right.
Well, first night I volunteered to be a night watchman. It wasn't the first night ever. I was on the construction crew for a little while, but yeah, just the first and only night I'd ever stay on that island.
Right. Do you know if... Did you stay there during the day at all?
Yeah. I mean, during the day, everything seemed fine whenever we would do the construction.
Penelope, do you have any questions?
I know it was a long time ago, but do you remember around what time you started hearing the voices?
I didn't have a watch on me, unfortunately, but I'd say it was probably like around maybe 2 a.m. It's definitely past midnight, I'd say.
I feel as though it has to be asked, and we don't have to run the cameras for this one. Is this drinking problem perhaps a new venture?
Oh, absolutely. Cheers to you. Been a solid drunk for 7 years now.
I was just wondering if perchance you were imbibing whilst you were on the island.
Nah, you too. Glenn said the same thing. No, I only drank for special occasions back then, and I would never drink on a job. I was looking for a raise. I wanted to be the best Glenn had, but no, couldn't do it. Not on that haunted isle. Fuck that place.
You understand why I'd had to ask the question. I meant no offense.
I get it.
I'm just making sure that you're a credible source, and it seems that you are.
Have you ever
next
had
round's on me. Sorry, Everett, go ahead.
Have you ever had these experiences before? Hearing strange voices?
No, this was something genuine, you know?
It was just voices you heard. You didn't see anything, feel anything, except for a terrified.
Yeah, just scared out of my wits. That was it. Until I went to the church, and they didn't get in there. I don't know why. It could have been. I'm hoping God, but anything. Just they didn't want to go in there.
Hallowed ground, maybe.
Right. Do you know anything about the... Did you do anything with the lighthouse while you were there?
I mean, I figured that was it, right? Couldn't have been. We didn't build the glass house yet. It couldn't be haunted before you build it, right? So it's just, there was a. I mean, I stayed in that house and played solitaire, but maybe that was enough to scare them, to rise the spirits of those 3 men. I don't know. It sounded like a lot more than 3, though.
But are they saying anything in particular?
If they were, I didn't understand it. Some ancient language or dead language. I don't know. I couldn't understand a lick of it.
I love this as I know French, but I'm.
Oh, it's definitely French. No, just kidding.
No, I was like, it's just like it says I know French, but I would assume that as a Scots, I would know some form of.
Know your own tongue.
Yeah.
Gaelic.
Yeah.
Gaelic. Amazing.
Can I say I know Gaelic?
I won't help you here, but sure.
Damn it! I was gonna speak some Gaelic to him
I mean,
and
you
see
could,
if that
yeah.
see if that sounded like any of it.
No, it was no. But yeah, that's all I can really tell you. Don't go to that island. I know you got a show to do, but don't go to that island.
Yeah, we're not really good at listening.
Oh, well.
Fortunately, money talks a little louder than
Common sense.
Well, I was gonna say ghosts, but then he said ghosts,
well,
so yes, common sense.
best of luck to you. I'll drink to you. I
Thank
was
you.
gonna drink anyway, to be
Yeah, I was
honest.
about to say, I was like, I have no doubt.
With that, I want to say you did get everything you could out of him. And with that, the only thing left to do is to go to Carloway. The major road to Carloway from Stornoway is the A858, although a more direct route is via the single-track Pentland Road. In either case, the road is sparsely populated, comprised of stunning, rugged scenery. The roads pass numerous small locks on the way to Carloway, and relatively few cars are seen heading in either direction. The wider Carloway district has approximately 500 residents and with houses spread out across the area. It comprises 8 separate townships, although to outsiders it might be difficult to tell where they start and end given they are so spread out. There are a number of hotels and restaurants in the area, which have plenty of rooms available. Had you been visiting a few weeks ago in the beginning of August, you would all be lucky to find anywhere to stay, as the district's annual agricultural show and Highland Games fall at that time. In recent years, over 2,000 people have attended the event. Now in late summer, you have no trouble finding anywhere to stay. Channel 8 has booked everyone's rooms at the Great Northwestern Hotel, and they are currently the only guests there. As your car takes you to the hotel, you see a rather nice-looking red car pass in the opposite direction. A quick glance at the driver appears to be a younger woman, but the passenger looks familiar somehow. It's an older man, maybe in his 80s, and you lock eyes with him for a moment. However, the moment passes. And then driving up to the Grand Hotel, you spot a triangular concrete jetty, some 100 meters long, extending out into the harbor, where a small handful of boats have dropped anchor for a short distance from the pier. The harbor master's house is at the end of the jetty, with a couple of long storage huts on the jetty itself. A helicopter is also sitting on the jetty, fully fueled. The Great Northwestern Hotel is a large 2-story rectangular building that stands at the end of the road opposite of the harbor. Up a short drive heading up the hill towards Barrowston. There's a small car park in front of the hotel with 2 spots being marked as reserved. One for the reserved bay is empty, and a Mercedes-Benz S-Class occupies the other. So yeah, you pull up, the taxi lets you out. It's this just 2-story old hotel in the middle of fucking nowhere. And it's a rather nice, albeit Wes Anderson looking hotel, where just a very ornate, like, old style wallpapers and old style decoration on the outside of the wall. As you pull up,
tapestries.
Yes. Yes. I'm calling it now. Yes.
Yes. And I'm Mickey Mouse.
And I'm Mickey Mouse. But yeah, the cab driver gets out and he helps you give the luggage to Piers to load up Piers as you guys are standing outside of the hotel.
Quaint.
Are we sure this hotel's not haunted?
No.
Got my selfie stick taking shots.
I think God, Pierce. I think the entire everything within like a 1,000-mile radius of anywhere is haunted.
I'm pretty sure all of Scotland's haunted.
I think yes, probably.
That's fair. I'm spitting some bad shit here. Anyways, let's go in. It's wet.
I'm tired.
What?
We've been
No
traveling
way.
all day and we had to talk to so many people. I'm tired.
As you enter the Great Northwestern, you realize it's the perfect spot to film some testimonials or confessionals. The aesthetic of the Great Northwestern looks like a very old hotel with a medieval motif. Old regal carpets, large wooden beams, even suits of armor and flags line the walls. As you enter, you notice the concierge come out of his office behind the front desk, and he looks up and he seems excited. Oh, you must be the spooky guys here for the stay, because you're gonna the Channel 8, right? Channel 8. That's you guys, right?
That's us. That is us. Yes.
He like comes out from behind the counter to grab some of the luggage from Piers to try and help out. He's like, okay, well, I'm Richard Carlisle. I'm the owner of the hotel. You've come at a beautiful time of the year. You're the only ones here. There's the only other person that's booked here is out for the weekend, so you got it. The whole place to yourselves. I will take you on a grand spooky tour. Are you filming? Are you filming? Are you filming?
I'm always filming.
Yes. Okay. Let me take you on a tour of the Northwestern Grand Hotel.
Just talk normal.
I won't do that. And he starts kind of taking you around.
Is Melanie and Victoria here yet?
You don't see them anywhere yet. Actually, if you ask about them, Richard.
I was going to ask, they checked in yet?
Oh yes, your two friends are already checked into the rooms. You, all of you, are booked rooms 3 through 7, and some of you will have to be sharing rooms. I believe the two that got here first worked it out that Melanie wanted to stay with the producer. Which one of you is the producer?
I point.
It must be you. It points at Penelope. Oh, you! Okay. You could work it out with them. But those are the rooms you have booked. This room is the lobby. As you can see, it is old medieval motif. I got a lot of these armors from my grandparents. They were all used in the war. So that's spooky. I can take you to I could take you to anywhere you want to see. We have a bar, we have a dining room, we have the reading room, the lounge is right here. I'll make a special exception just for Channel 8, where I will even take you to the staff quarters if you'd like.
Give us the whole tour. Joe says as she's avoiding going to supposedly the room that has been picked out for her.
Okay, I can take you everywhere. Would everyone else like to come? Cameraman, I'm sure you want some of this.
Oh, I'm coming.
Yeah,
I'm coming.
Everett, Penn, do you want to go? Or Ev, I know you're
If you don't need me for these shots.
I don't think I need you for these shots. Go get some sleep,
Great.
please.
We have 4 rooms, is that right? Did I do math correctly?
3 through
4,
7.
5, 6. That's 5.
3 through 7?
Yeah, 3, 4,
3,
5,
4,
6,
5, 6, 7.
Oh, yeah, that's 5. Yep. I guess it's
You get one
including-
too, Dave.
I get one. Yeah. Wait, so does anybody even
Sweet.
need to double book
Yeah,
then?
because there's 6 people.
Oh, yeah. So that's
So we
Yeah.
know
So
who
everyone
the-
else gets a solo one except for Joe.
Yep.
and
Aha.
Melanie.
100% Everett and Penn are bunking. Joe will have a private room. She
Perfect.
just has to
Everett
talk to
is-
somebody.
Everett is 100% under the impression that he is going to have his own room, so he is going to go find a room and make it his own.
Amazing.
We'll figure it out. Or Joe will be like, Penn
Joe's
will
gonna
be.
figure it out.
Yeah, Joe will figure it out. Just please go sleep. Penn, you're welcome to come with us, but if you want to go sleep, that's fine too.
You want me to come with?
I'd appreciate it.
Okay.
Just have an extra set of ice, maybe whilst Everett rests his.
I can do that.
All right. Well, let's do the grand tour. You're here for the Glass House, I remember Channel 8 said, right?
Correct.
All right. Oh, okay. So Glass House, eh? Well, one thing I can tell you is that I believe the two of the people that went missing, the Mr. Glass himself and the Mr. Riley, they both stayed in this hotel in between going to the island to build the house. Isn't that spooky? Patrick stayed in room 1. And Mr. Glass stayed in room 3. Ooh, that's what one of you stay. Oh,
It's absolutely the room that I accidentally went to.
I hope it's Everett.
Let me take you to the second floor rooms, which are maybe at one point there was nothing really happened on the second floor. You know, I'll take you to the bar. And he's just kind of, nothing really happened in this hotel. So it's just like, he's just trying to make shit up to make it more interesting than it actually is. While he's showing you around, would anybody like to ask any questions or do anything? I guess Everett, you kind of went off on your own, so you can kind of have a chance to do something if you want. Or I can come back to you and I could do the tour first. Okay. And yeah, you can stop Carlisle at any point to ask questions or anything like that. But he leads you to the bar, and the guy behind the bar is he's like, and this is our barkeep. His name is Sexton, and he's very good at his job. Good, definitely a tribute to the Great Northwestern. And Sexton is like this guy. He's kind of wearing flannel. He's got a big beard, and he's bald. It's just kind of like an older gentleman. I want to say maybe 40 or so.
I'll say, is my husband in this game?
Maybe. I haven't seen him.
My husband is 6'6", bald, has a giant red beard, and always wears flannel. So I was
apparently, yes. And he kind of leans over the bar and he just kind of like points to all of you. And he specifically points to Penelope and just kind of like smirks a little bit. Carlisle. Yeah, and Carlisle's just like, okay, with that I can take you to the dining room, unless if everyone would like a drink after a long stay. Or a long drive, I should say.
Carlisle.
Yes.
Has anything happened in this hotel?
Mr. Raleigh and Mr. Glass stayed here.
Great. I think for now, Carlisle, we're going to have a seat. We're going to have some drinks, and we're going to go ahead and not take up too much of your time. She says in a very, it is time to fuck off kind of.
Okay, if you'd like to know any more spooky details, just let me know. Ring the bell at the front desk. That's what I live for. And I will be seeing you later. Did you get that? Did you get all that on film?
Yep.
Perfect. 100%. So it's just exactly what we needed. Thank you, Carlisle. I will make sure to find you if we had any questions. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much. And
yep,
he fucks off.
Yep.